Madini Mazimba.
Madini Mazimba.
Madini Mazimba.
Madini Mazimba. I'm back again, and today I have a new episode for you. An episode of my favorite series on this whole channel, which is the series Top 5 Tracks. And one of the things that made me to start this blog, this music review, music promotion, is that I wanted to play my part in the local arts industry in Zimbabwe. And also I wanted to listen to as much local music as I can, just experience the local arts as much as I can. Now this specific series, Top 5 Tracks, is one that has opened me to a lot of music. It exists. There are a lot of artists where maybe you know their name because of somewhere, but then you just know maybe a couple of tracks, 1 or 2 tracks from them. Their whole discography. Now as I'm doing this series, and now I'm getting to discover some amazing tracks. Now the band I'll be talking about today is one such band. I knew of the band, but I only knew of one track from the band. There's another track I didn't really actually know kuti the track. I just know the track song name. And the band that I'll be talking about today is the band Zig Zag Band. Now this band, they rose to prominence in the early 80s. They hailed from the city of Kwekwe, not from the older suburb Kwekwe, Amaveni. This band, and the band contained 7 guys. Now, as I was looking for the names of the guys, a lot of publications some different names, and I found out that is because some of the artists on my stage name, they used aliases, their government names, and also that raised one of the complaints that I've said. One of the things missing in our local music industry is that there is no documentation of those bands. There's no proper documentation about the music industry, about our arts industry. A certain thing about maybe an artist where it's a very, very tall order, regardless of what we are now living in the internet age. There's Google. So as I was searching for a lot of information about these guys, I'm going to my dead ends. So the names that I managed to come up with, I actually wrote them down. There was Manuel Nkomo. There were the 2 brothers, Robert and George Lunga. Then there's this other guy, Madison. I'm not sure what to say. Madison. Yeah, the Madison, then there is Gilbert Shamaida, and he later broke away from the group in the early 2000s and went on to join Thomas Mafuma's The Black Sun Limited. And lastly, there is Stanley Piri. So those are the 7 guys. So I may be wrong, just bear with me. There's no documentation, and that's one of the reasons that made me to create my blog, because you're not any information I want to share. So I'm just helping in the future. Maybe you want to write about a certain artist, you can also come to my blog, take the information. Now these guys were actually big artists. The band was actually very big in the 80s because they used to tour with Oliver Mtukuz. They were the backing band for Oliver Mtukuz for quite some time. So you can see when someone like Tuku appreciates and they selected you, the backing band just shows the talent that you have. Now in terms of their music, they call their music Chigio music. A lot of artists in Zimbabwe, they want to define their music. Zora, Katekwe, a lot of names have been thrown around, and these guys want Chigio music. And I read on this other interview, the way they defined, how they defined their music. I'm just quoting everything. Now they said Chigio music is a reflection of cultural norms and values through song. And they went on to say which they can actually summon the spiritual realm to the attention of the living. So yeah, that last part, I'm not really sure. It just turned into a spooky kind of way. But the first part I can actually understand. They're just pushing the cultural norms, our traditions through music. The last part, I think they're just trying to say our music is spiritual. I'm not sure. You can just interpret that whatever way you want. So, but as for me, as I'm listening to their music just falls under the reggae genre, because the structure of their tracks, the layout, the overall feel of the tracks, it all falls under the reggae genre. And now with Bob Marley, in 1980, I think he just seeded the reggae vibe, because a lot of artists, they went on to release some reggae tunes. I think Thomas Mafuma, that track, Urombo, Mugarandega, then John Chibadura also released a reggae compilation. So a lot of artists, they caught on to that reggae kind of bag. And this band, the Zig Zag Band, was one of those guys who like most of their tracks, they all fall under that. Some of the tracks, they go the traditional kind of route, but a lot of the tracks, they all fall under the reggae category. Now, without wasting much time, let's now go to the top 5 tracks. Now on number 5, we have the track Chaita Mumu. Now this is a lovely track. This track, the band is just saying, you must be motivated by the successes. Kuti kana mumwe munhu aita something, succeeding something, you must say to yourself, kana uyazvikwanisa, it just shows kuti I can also achieve those greater heights. So it's a lovely track. The production is done very, very well, and it takes my number 5 spot. And on number 4, we have the track Nyarunde. Now Nyarunde, they took this storytelling kind of structure which they did on one of their most popular tracks, the track Gomorama Sare. And on this track, the story they're just saying is that there's this guy who could akawana bebrake, and bebrake gara not far away. So in order to get there, they had to pass this forest. About wild animals. So he talked to his friend, just escort me. So as they were going in the path, there's this song that they used to sing, to just chase away, to wade away the wild animals. It's quite a nice story, and the last part of the story I'm still yet so that I can interpret it. So now just listen to the track. It's quite an interesting track. The production is done very well, and this is one of those tracks that they just switched away from the reggae kind of vibe to a more traditional kind of sound. But regardless, the track sounds good, and it takes my number 4 spot. Now, number 3, we have the track Don't Look Back. I'm a huge fan of the instrumental on this track. The overall feel of this track is just on point. This is one of those tracks but I just fell in love with the track as I started listening to their biography. From the first time I listened to this track, I was like, this is a very good track. In this track, they're just basically saying, in life, we are all born with different talents, different gifts. So you just concentrate on your gift. Don't try to be a jack of all trades. As you hear, there are a lot of enticing things, but you cannot be able to achieve all those things. So you just stay in your lane, just do what you're good at. You waste a lot of time trying to do this, do everything that just seems so good, which neglects your talent and go no farm. So they're basically saying not forward ever, backward never, don't look back. Just work on your talent, work on your gift, and just keep on moving. So this is a lovely track, and also it kind of agrees with my personal life motto. Just keep on moving. In life, but keep on moving. So I just love the track, and like I said, the instrumental was done very well. Everything about this track is just on point. And on number 2, we have the track Gomorama Sare. Now this is the most known track by this band, and this is actually the track that by the whole of Zimbabwe. The track that introduced them and won over the hearts of a lot of Zimbos. It's an amazing track. It's a story. It's a very lovely story, and it's one of those tracks you just start thinking about those days, things that you used to do with your friends, things that you'd love to do. And this track, they're basically saying because in Gomorama Sare, the mountain, it had a lot of fruits, a lot of interesting animals, so they would enjoy themselves, but each got their favorite fruits, that animal, and not in that mountain. And they'll be singing this track, Gomorama Sare. It's a lovely track, and I know a lot of Zimbos. You can sing along to this track. The production is done very well. The vocals, everything about this track again is on point, and the track takes my number 2 spot. And now before we go to the big one, the number 1, there's just a couple of honorable mentions. Some of the tracks are good, as top 5, but these tracks are also as good. And to a lot of people, in their top 5. And one such track is the track Wombiro. This track it sounds very, very well. Another track is Makatukura. Another track is Reva Reva. And then another track is Vamashumba. Now those are the honorable mentions. I know for you, maybe my tracks and that to see, you can just go in the comment section. Just add some of the tracks you just love from these guys. And now number 1, my favorite track from Zig Zag Band is the track Mudzimu Mukuru. Now this is the track that I was saying in the beginning, and I knew about this track, even Shikura. That's not the track was by the Zig Zag Band. Now for a lot of years, if you had asked me maybe a month before, Gomorama Sare was my favorite. But as I was listening to their discography, and as I realized, okay, do I remember this song? I was just so much amazed. I was so excited. It's a very lovely track. I just love the way the instrumental arrangements, the bass, the saxophone, everything. The instruments, they just complement each other very well, even with the vocals. Now on this track, they're talking about those families ekuti they've sacrificed their children, maybe for their greedy, for their selfish reasons, and now those people havasina kwekuzembera. They are now vangotarisa vamwe as vana vevamwe. They are now not achieving big things. Vane vamwe, they are now taking their families to the next stage. Apa ivo vakasacrifice vana vavo, you're just still at one place, maybe magato sokera backwards. So it's a very, very lovely track. Everything about this track is just on point. I'm a huge fan of this track, and it takes my number 1 spot. And so yeah, that's it. That's my top 5, not from the Zig Zag Band. And I know a number of you have a different top 5 to me. So go in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what's your favorite tracks from the Zig Zag Band. After that, come back, like the video, subscribe to the channel. See you again next time.